If you've ever invested into a barber course that specializes in content, you got your price raise, but you still feel like nothing has really changed about the way that people see you and that you're positioned, I'm going to break down in this video exactly why that is. No, it's not because your haircuts aren't good enough. It's not because you don't work hard enough. It's actually rooted in how these courses are structured in the first place. I'm about to break that down. But before I do go on, if you're a barber that's purely cutting just to make money, click off this video. What I'm about to say next is not for you. And for those who don't know me, my name is Jai and I run a content agency specifically built to position barbers as one of one in their industry and get them to their goals beyond just cutting for 10 to 15 hours a day, whether that be building their own mentorship, opening up their own studio, literally anything the barber wants to achieve. Like, there's no cookie cutter way of putting it. But that does include raising their prices to gain more leverage to do the stuff they want to do. And I'll touch on that a little bit later. Now, I've sat on numerous calls with barbers that have invested 7,000 plus into courses for barbers that are specializing in content to inevitably raise their prices as the main goal. And you know what? It's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing that barbers are willing to invest this amount of money into themselves, because that's the way that you're going to grow, right? When you're willing to take yourself seriously and actually put money behind your goals. But if you're looking to build a brand that's tailored to what's unique about you and position yourself as more than just another guy who cuts hair, you're literally paying to distance yourself from those goals if you're investing in these other courses that I've described. So let's break down the trap, how it happens, and what actually gets you out of it. Every barber content course on the market right now is selling you the exact same promise. Follow their framework and steps and you'll be able to raise your prices. You'll get an exact script to follow for your consultation videos, a content calendar, and some lighting and editing tips thrown in there too. But here's the thing, it's actually not a scam. It does work in the way that the videos and scripts that they provide you will get you views. Those views will get you more clients. You raise your prices, you lose clients, you get more views, you get more clients. And it's just a cycle that repeats itself. So a barber charging 35 can raise it to 50, 50 then becomes 80, and it just kind of goes on and on. So more likely than not, that part of the promise will get delivered. But here's what no one that's selling these courses are going to tell you. When thousands of barbers all go through the exact same formula, you will get views, but you, who you are, won't be remembered. You're just going to be paying to blend in to thousands of others doing the exact same thing. Every single one of your videos that you'll post will have the exact same lighting, scripts, and trending audio as thousands of other barbers. And then you'll come what I like to call an algorithm barber. Someone who lives and dies by their view count, because that's the only thing that's going to get them clients. And you might be asking, well, if I'm making money, like, why is this so bad then? Because the goals you had when you first started barbering, whether you wanted to start your own mentorship, get into education or something like that, or open your own studio, have your own line of products, whatever it may be, you're not making progress towards any of this when you're paying to look like thousands of other barbers, digging yourself further into a hole that you thought this course was going to take you out of. But let's just sit with this for a second, because I don't want any barbers to get confused, because I'm not saying that growing your income is a bad thing. But for the barbers that want to be seen as more than just another guy who cuts hair, these courses are a costly mistake. If your only asset coming out of a course that cost you thousands is that you charge more for the same haircut, then you haven't built any leverage. You've just remained a slave to the chair whilst getting a little bit better pay. You've just remained a slave to the chair for a little bit of better pay. You're still trading all your hours for money, and really when you sit with it, you're just another barber who cuts hair, that's all. Real leverage is more than just a bigger number on your price list. It's whether your name stands for something that means more than just being another barber. It's whether brands would actually want to be associated with you. It's whether another barber would actually be willing to reach out and want to learn from you. And ultimately, it's whether you can take a step back from your business without everything collapsing. None of this will get built by an oversaturated script or formula. This comes from a different skill set entirely, and it's a skill that not one of these courses are willing to touch on. And why? It's as simple as it's not easy. These guys would rather just shove the same framework in your face and just forget about it. A true one size fits all. That way they can get as many barbers as they can into their course to make maximum profits. But the byproduct of this is creating thousands of algorithm barber clones. So what actually happens after the course ends? Well, your mentor will tell you to raise your prices now that you've got more eyeballs on your page than ever before. You're probably booked out, which actually would feel great for a bit until you realize the business is solely relying on you being behind the chair. You're no longer running your business and the business is running you. The worst part about all of this, the freedom that you first picked up the clippers to attain, the reason why you didn't just get an office job or work a 9 to 5, always just seems to stay elusive. And that is the trap. But the ones who break free from being an algorithm barber aren't satisfied with blending in and build a name that exceeds the chair. Once your content is designed to provide value and position you uniquely, that's when the mentorship becomes possible because people want to learn from you specifically. That's when the brand deals become possible because they don't want to be associated with the same consultation video that everyone has seen millions of times. They want someone that's positioned differently and uniquely, someone that stands out and can represent their brand to the fullest capability. That's when opening your studio stops being such a financial gamble because you already have an audience that's invested into you before you've even met them. It's because you've reached the ceiling that every one of these programs was built with from day one. They were never designed to take you past it. So here's the difference in what I actually do. I'm not going to hand you a template that thousands of barbers are already using. Instead, I'm going to build you out a one-on-one barber blueprint built completely from scratch and tailored to your goals. I then collaborate with you directly one-on-one and we identify together who are we actually going to be targeting through our content. We get clear on the brand direction that aligns with your goals and more importantly, who you are. And from that, we construct a unique content angle that's going to separate you from everyone else in your industry from the jump. Every piece of content is built around where you actually want to get to, whether that's your own mentorship, opening up your own studio, having your own product line, attaining brand deals, or literally whatever else your heart desires. But the part most barbers don't actually understand is whilst you're building your personal brand, it actually does give you the leverage to still raise your prices. But the difference is, unlike the other programs, the price raise isn't the end goal. Instead, it's treated as a stepping stone towards achieving the bigger goal you set for yourself that exceeds being a slave to the chair. And all this is made possible by building leverage, which is something that the algorithm barbers that we talked about before are unable to attain because it's impossible to create leverage when you look exactly like everybody else. Whereas what I offer is built around making you the only you in your market. But unfortunately, like all good things, there is a catch. As this program requires me to dedicate much of my time to spend one-on-one with my clients, I only take on a certain amount of clients per month. So if you feel like what I've gone through aligns with the direction you want to take and the link to book a call with me is still in the description, that means there is still a spot available for you. Book a call with me and I'll walk you through exactly what this program will look like specifically for your goals and the direction you're looking to take. There's going to be no generic pitch. There'll be no cookie cutter plan that I'm going to give you. All I'm going to say is if you know that you were meant for more than being just another clone to this barbering industry, I look forward to chatting with you.